But unfortunately, we find ourselves talking to him today. Before I drill him more deeply, I want to get to know ఆయన దగ్గర నుంచి ఆయన మాటల్లో ఎందుకని ఈ సిచ్యుయేషన్ లో మనం ఉన్నాం అని ఒక బ్రీఫ్ presentation తీసుకుందాం. Then we will go towards him. And before Satish Garu starts his presentation, I want to thank and welcome Dr. Ravi Tangaral Garu, who is the CEO of Mass Mutual India, which is a 170-year-old company, insurance company, who are actively participating with the Choice Foundation to make life better for children in this COVID times. Thank you, Andy. Welcome, Doctor. And please, Dr. Satish, continue.
Yeah. Do you want me to share my slides, Andy?
Yes, please. Please go ahead. Tell us a basic overview of why are we talking with a pediatrician in this COVID times when we are not supposed to.
Yeah. Namaskaram, Andy. Rajmouli garu, chala thanks, and those are big words, and I don't know whether I'll be able to fulfill your me thoughts. I don't know, but it's certainly overwhelming, and thank you so much. So at this time, see, last year kuda we had children with COVID, but the numbers were less, and predominantly they were okay. They were not very sick. But year manam gamaninchinattaithe, when I go through with the presentation, we are seeing a lot more number of children, lot more disease, and then this disease is evolving, and it's seeing different patterns in different ways. It's affecting children. So now, as we are seeing, this is the second wave, and the incidence is actually slowly coming down. The wave is slowly waning off, but there's a lot of talk about the third wave. So there is something that we need to sort of talk. We need to educate the parents, educate everybody regarding what needs to be picked up and things like that. At the same time, the most important thing is how could we help the helpless children? How could we put our might behind these orphans and helpless children who at these times are absolutely cash struck? So how could we help them? Those are the two main things why we're coming forward.
Okay. Okay. That's that we understood. Please go ahead with your presentation, Andy.
Yes, sir. Yes. So first, we need to know what's the incidence. The incidence, as I've just mentioned, compared to last year, this is much more. And during the second wave, the impact is certainly more in children, youths, particularly 6 to 15, and the newborns as well. Those children have also not been spared. And compared to last year, 20% more children who underwent the COVID test, actually, they came out positive with the COVID infection. So there's a sharp increase. If you see from January this year to now, it was only 1% in January. And by April, it was 4 to 5%, and now it's 10%. So from 1 to 10%, see how many folds it has increased, in children. That's a huge number in children as well. So what is the reason for this spike? Obviously, we all know why. There's an obvious and very significant lack of COVID appropriate behavior. And that's the obvious first reason. But the second reason that I'd like to highlight here is there's a new mutant, a variant of global concern. That's the B1617, or the double mutant. So that could be the reason behind this surge in the last 2 months. And if you see, in Maharashtra, it's been really bad. 60 to 70% of cases, in the twin states of AP, Telangana, Kerala, as well as Karnataka, the numbers are huge, and it's spreading much faster amongst the pediatric population. And it's seen in more than about 12 states in our country and 52 different nations across the world. And one important thing that I'd like you to know is there's a lot of talk since last year about how it spreads. But now that myth has been completely busted. And for the last 1.5 months, it's already been published in Lancet. There is consistent and very strong evidence that SARS-CoV-2 spreads by airborne. So it's an aerosol. Predominantly, you have other ways and means where it spreads, but it's predominantly airborne. Now, why do we sort of know or need to know about this? What's the reasons? So what are the implications in these children? That's important. So the implications here are, number one, it's highly contagious and highly transmissible. Compared to the earlier strains of the COVID virus, this is 20% more contagious because of the L452 mutation. And also, there is something called immune escape or vaccine escape. That means even though I have the disease now, right now, or I had it in the past, so this virus is absolutely, it escapes the immune system of the body. As a result, my body doesn't produce the antibodies and I tend to suffer. That is one thing. Second, even let us say I've got the vaccine. Even if I have the vaccine, so this, because of this vaccine escape, capability of this virus, what happens is, even though I've got the vaccine, so this mutant completely escapes that, and then I can get the disease as well. That is the reason why we are a bit concerned about this mutant. And the third thing is regarding the virulence. Clinically, we know that this strain is certainly more virulent, and that is the reason why you're seeing this strain affecting a lot more younger, not only children, adults, and even people who are fit. But a lot of epidemiological and clinical correlation needs to be done to verify that. Now, what are the symptoms? This is quite important. The symptoms are fever with or without chills, fatigue, tiredness or lethargy, headache and body pains, simple running nose, flu-like symptoms, cough or difficulty in breathing, a loss of taste or smell like how you see in the adults, and including a lot of abdominal complaints. 30% of them do present with that. There's nausea, there's vomiting, persistent stomach pain, there's a little bit of dehydration and acidosis as well. But one of my most important go-to questions for the mothers is, I always tend to ask them, is the child feeding poorly? Is the child's activity poor? And is the child not sleeping well? These are the main symptoms. Now, how do you classify them? Yes, it's the mild disease and the moderate disease. The main way you classify them is whether the children are having a lot of distress or not. If there is no distress at all, no fast breathing, they are mild. When they have a moderate level, that's a moderate disease. And obviously the severe or the critical disease, where the child is even more sick and you have all the other host of symptoms which I've mentioned. Now, this slide, I would really want to dwell upon it, and I want you to ponder on this, because this is something the parents, the elders, everybody needs to be aware of. When do you alert and rush to the emergency room? See, because as doctors, we would wish that they don't come to the hospital, and we try to sort of sort out all their questions on our tele consultation. But these are the symptoms where you can't wait any further. You have to have your child in the hospital. If the fever doesn't get better in the first 2 to 3 days or even 4 days, if the child is lethargic, child is not feeding well, there's no appetite at all, the child is dull and drowsy, child is quite irritable, okay, and the SATs tend to fall below 95%, and there's new onset confusion, like which is not there before because of hypoxia, less oxygen going to the brain, and there are shock symptoms, child becomes pale, gray, blue colored, in what you see more in the MISI.
Satish garu, may I interrupt for just a minute? Teluguni English ni rendu mix chesi cheppagalarante?
Yeah, tappanisaరిగా.
So that it reaches more people. మొత్తం తెలుగు పండితుల మాట్లాడాలని కాదు కానీ, బట్
తప్పనిసరిగా నాకు చాలా బాగా ఇష్టం అండి, అలవాటు కూడా. సో ఇక్కడ ఈ స్లైడ్ రాజమౌళి గారు ఎందుకు చెప్పమంటారంటే, దిస్ ఇస్ వేర్ యూ నీడ్ టు అలర్ట్ యువర్ సెల్ఫ్ అండ్ రష్, బికాస్ వాట్ వి సీ ఈజ్ దెర్ ఇస్ క్వైట్ ఎ డిలే బై ద టైమ్ దే కమింగ్ టు ద హాస్పిటల్, క్వైట్ ఎ డిలే. సో అది కాకుండా ఉండాలి అంటే ఇది వెంటనే మీరు గమనించాలి. అంటే జ్వరం 3-4 రోజులు మించిపోయినా కూడా డల్గా, ఎప్పుడు నిద్రపోతూ డల్గా ఉన్నా, లేకపోతే చిరాకుపడి అరుస్తూ కేకలు పెడుతూ గాలి సరిగా ఆడక, గాలి తీసుకోవడానికి ఇబ్బంది పడినా సరే, మెయిన్గా ఇందాక నేను చెప్పినట్టు ఫీడ్ సరిగ్గా తీసుకోవట్లేదు, యాక్టివిటీ సరిగా లేదు, అండ్ నిద్ర కూడా సరిగా పోవట్లేదు. అప్పుడు ప్లస్ సాచురేషన్ చూసినప్పుడు 95% కంటే తక్కువ ఉండడం, అండ్ హైపాక్సియా ఆర్ ఆక్సిజన్ బ్రెయిన్కి సరిగా అందకపోవటం, అండ్ షాక్ ఫీచర్స్ అంటే కలర్ మారటం, ఇవన్నీ కూడా చాలా చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. దాంతోపాటు దగ్గు, మామూలుగా ఉండే దగ్గు కన్నా దగ్గు ఎక్కువ అవడం, ప్లస్ బ్రీదింగ్ చాలా ఫాస్ట్గా ఉండడం ఆర్ హార్ట్ రేట్ చాలా ఎక్కువగా ఉండడం. అండ్ ఇందాక నేను చెప్పినట్టు చాలామంది పిల్లలు కడుపులో నొప్పి, వాంతులు, విరోచనాలతో ప్రజెంట్ చేస్తున్నారు. ఒంట్లో నీరు శాతం తగ్గిపోయినా, డీహైడ్రేషన్ వచ్చినా కంపల్సరీగా వెంటనే గమనించాలి. సో దీస్ ఆర్ ద సిమ్టమ్స్. ఇవి చూసినప్పుడు ఇంట్లో ఉండకూడదు, వెంటనే ఎమర్జెన్సీ రూమ్కి వెళ్ళి తగు జాగ్రత్తలు తీసుకోవాలి. నెక్స్ట్, వాట్ ఆర్ ద టెస్ట్ దట్ నీడ్ టు బి డన్? ద మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ టెస్ట్ ఆర్ ద సింప్లెస్ట్ ఆర్ ద ఫాస్టెస్ట్ క్విక్గా రావాలంటే ర్యాపిడ్ యాంటిజెన్ టెస్ట్. కానీ వచ్చిన ప్రాబ్లం ఏంటంటే ద సెన్సిటివిటీ ఈజ్ లో. సో అది పాజిటివ్ వస్తే మనం ఆర్టీపీసీఆర్ వీ డోంట్ నీడ్ టు డూ, బట్ ది ఆర్టీపీసీఆర్ ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ నెగటివ్, yes, it needs to, RT-PCR needs to be done. There are other tests like GeneXpert and TrueNat, they give faster results, but it's more expensive. And నేను తర్వాత డిస్కస్ చేస్తాను ఈ SARS-CoV-2 యాంటీబాడీస్. దీస్ ఆర్ ద టెస్ట్ విచ్ నీడ్ టు బి డన్ ఇన్ ద మిస్సీ కేటగిరీ. ఐ విల్ టాక్ లేటర్ వాట్ ఈస్ మిస్సీ. ఓకే, అండ్ ఇక్కడ చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్గా మనం గమనించాల్సింది ఏంటంటే ఒక్కొక్కసారి symptoms tend to be persisting. Sometimes symptoms, they tend to be persisting. But when your RT-PCR is negative, don't be fooled. We've seen a lot of children with negative RT-PCRs. Second time or third time you do it, then only they get to be positive. So it is, నేను చాలా నా స్టూడెంట్స్ కూడా ఇదే చెప్తాను. It is more important to see the child and treat the child rather than treating the paper or the test results. So symptoms continuously persist aite, even though it's a negative test, please don't neglect that. And ఇంకొక చిన్న వాల్యుబుల్ పాయింట్ ఏంటంటే children or young adults, CT scan యొక్క యూజ్ ఈజ్ వెరీ వెరీ లిమిటెడ్. ఐఎమ్ నాట్ సేయింగ్ ఇట్స్ నాట్ దేర్, బట్ ప్రతిసారి అవసరం లేదు. వీ డోంట్ నీడ్ టు రన్ టు ద CT scan centers all the time. Very 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 rarely we need it. In this season or last year, we have done, in this year we have done only 3 CT scans over a span of the last 2 months. So until you don't need them so often. This is the whole spectrum. నేను మాట్లాడేది, you don't worry about the numbers. The thing in yellow is ఆ yellow acute COVID ఉన్నప్పుడు what we do is teleconsultation తోటి we manage them because they're asymptomatic or they have mild symptoms. The other thing extreme right లో ఉన్నది, blue color లో ఉన్నది, that is when there is acute COVID or severe COVID. ఇందులో moderate and severe categories ఉంటాయి. అలా ఉన్నప్పుడు కంపల్సరీగా హాస్పిటల్కి రావాలి. అండ్ ది మధ్యలో ఉన్న ఆ రెడ్ కలర్ ఉంది, దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ ది మిస్సీ ఆర్ మల్టీ సిస్టమ్ హైపర్ ఇన్ఫ్లమేటరీ సిండ్రోమ్ ఇన్ చిల్డ్రన్. ఇది ఏంటి, వాట్ ఈస్ ఇట్? దిస్ ఇస్ సంథింగ్ దట్ ఈస్ ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఐ హావ్ రిటన్ అ ఫ్యూ ఆర్టికల్స్ ఇన్ పేపర్స్, బట్ ఇట్స్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఫర్ యూ టు నోట్ దాట్ మిస్సీ అంటే ఈ పిల్లలకి 1 నెల క్రితం ఆర్ 1.5 months బ్యాక్ ద చైల్డ్ హ్యాడ్ కోవిడ్ ఆర్ వాజ్ ఎక్స్పోజ్ టు కోవిడ్ ఇన్ ద ఫ్యామిలీ. అండ్ నౌ అప్పుడు సిమ్టమ్స్ ఉండొచ్చు, సిమ్టమ్స్ ఉండకపోవచ్చు. 85% ఆఫ్ ద టైమ్ సిమ్టమ్ ఉండట్లేదు కదా. దట్ ఈస్ number 1. అండ్ number 2 ఈజ్ ఆఫ్టర్ అ స్పాన్ ఆఫ్ 4 to 6 weeks or 4 to 8 weeks, what happens is slowly the antibodies start producing. And antibodies, what do they mean? Antibodies, they tend to protect us. That means మన బాడీ ప్రొడ్యూస్ చేసే యాంటీబాడీస్ బై అవర్ ఓన్ ఇమ్యూన్ సిస్టమ్ ఈజ్ మెంట్ టు ప్రొటెక్ట్ అస్. అందరూ అనుకుంటారు, వావ్ నాకు ఇన్ని యాంటీబాడీస్ వచ్చినాయి, బట్ నాట్ ఆల్ ద టైమ్ ఇట్స్ గుడ్. సో ఈ మిస్సీ అంటే ఏంటంటే ఈ యాంటీబాడీస్ విచ్ టెండ్ టు గెట్ ప్రొడ్యూస్డ్ బై ద ఇమ్యూన్ సిస్టమ్, దేర్ ఈస్ అ కంప్లీట్ ఇమ్యూన్ డిస్రెగ్యులేషన్. అంటే ఈ వైరస్ వచ్చి మనల్ని ఇన్వేడ్ చేసిన తర్వాత మన ఇమ్యూన్ సిస్టమ్ దేర్ ఇస్ డిస్రెగ్యులేషన్. తెలుగులో ఏమంటారంటే అతలాకుతలం అయిపోతుంది కంప్లీట్గా. ఆ అతలాకుతలం అయిపోవడం వలన మనకి ప్రొటెక్షన్ ఇవ్వాల్సినటువంటి మన ఇమ్యూన్ సిస్టమ్ ఈజ్ యాక్చువల్లీ ప్రొడ్యూసెస్ ఇన్ఫ్లమేటరీ మార్కర్స్ which actually kill our own body, which actually harm our own body. So that is MIS-C. This is different to the regular disease that you see in adults. It is seen in children less than 20 years old or 21 years of age. You see this problem where there is a complete immune dysregulation. Indulo chala rakalu untayi, we don't need to go there. Why it is important is yellow. You need to be sitting at home. You don't need to come to the hospital, for heaven's sake. Blue, yes, you need to be treated, but the way you need to be treated is different. The modalities are different. Treatment modalities to part to medications are also different. Whereas MISI, the modalities and the medications are extremely difficult. It's not only to the doctors I teach, enduku manam general public to maatladta unna ante, it's very important that the parents identify this early. So there's only two keys. If you have one major point, that's a takeaway point from the whole thing, is early identification and early intervention cheste. I've seen 100% recovery in the sickest of the sick children, and we have even ventilated a lot of children who are extremely sick. But good outcomes will follow if you identify and intervene early. Now, what is MISI? As I've said, indaka cheppina MISI ki, where there is an immune dysregulation, these are the symptoms: fever, kallu errapadatam or conjunctivitis, mucositis, mottham, the whole thing, the whole mouth and the lips and the tongue, everything becomes cherry red. And then Kawasaki like rash all over the body, and there's swelling of both the hands and the feet, and the child is irritable, drowsy, and the child is confused as well. In addition to that, there is severe tummy pain, there's swelling in the neck, and features of shock. The heart rate is fast, the breathing rate is fast, and the baby is really struggling to breathe. These are the symptoms. Okay. And this is the WHO definition. They've sort of increased it because they're seeing it in children or adults or young adults who are even 21 years old. So rash, hypotension or blood pressure low order, myocardial infarction where the heart is involved, there is coagulopathy or there's bleeding symptoms, and acute GI symptoms ante kadupulo neppi, vantulu, virochanalu avadam. At the same time, inflammatory markers, which I'll discuss later, baga elevate avuti, and no other infection is there at the same time, and evidence undali ante either RT-PCR aina positive ayindali, or most importantly your COVID antibodies, SARS-CoV antibodies lo major ga undedi IgM and IgG. IgM gets produced immediately after the infection. The moment the child recovers or the adult recovers, 1 to 2 weeks lo IgM starts to produce. IgM koddi rojulu ayin tarvata 3 to 4 weeks ayin tarvata it gradually subsides, but it's the IgG which stays long. So based on the IgM numbers, based on the IgG, we'll be able to make out roughly what is the duration of illness, how far or how long it has been, and things like that. So antukuni blood test cheyadam chala important. Next, endak cheppinattu Kawasaki like illness untadi. Ala ఉన్నప్పుడు దానికి సంబంధించిన ట్రీట్మెంట్ వేరు. You have another variety called the toxic shock syndrome. దానికి సంబంధించిన treatment is completely different. So based on the clinical features, examination, as well as all the blood tests, ఇది చూసుకుని we sit and rack our brains to see what is the modality of treatment that needs to be given. If you see last year, when there was no treatment for this, we really struggled. We had to call the guys in Europe and the US because they were the ones who first had this disease. We called them, we found out what is the modality of treatment, because even there, initially, a lot of children died. But the moment they fixed on to a mode of treatment and a plan, the outcomes were much, much better. Now, having said that, who are the high-risk children that we need to be really, really careful about? Any child who's got a chronic kidney disease or a chronic liver disease or a heart disease, they need to be careful. Children with malignancies or immunosuppressed state, they need to be quite careful, with diabetes as well. Or morbidly obese children or severely malnourished children have to be quite careful. Ikkada important question many of the mothers ask me, most importantly, is, my child has a problem. Yes, this child is on steroids or other medications. Do I continue those old medications? For heaven's sake, please continue the medications and the plan that you've been going through all through, number one. And రెండోది ఏంటంటే, ఇటువంటి పిల్లలు కంపల్సరీగా you need to talk to your doctor. you need to talk to them about the extra precautions that you need to take. Endukante these children need extra care. And I can tell you with full conviction, not only this year as well as last year, whatever we've seen, all the children with malignancies, they've had beautiful response and all of them survived and they've done well. It's all because of your early identification. Next. This slide is quite important, just for get an overall picture of the timelines. As I said, initially you have the viral replication phase. Virus enters the body, and for about 5 to 7 days, the virus replicates. Tarvata, you have a pulmonary phase, and then you start your hyperinflammatory stage where the immune system goes into a hyperactive mode, and there's a lot of cytokine storm, and that's what causes the damage. So it's important ఏంటంటే, there is a lot of mix and match which happens, and it's for the doctors to identify which stage of the disease, and the treatment exactly depends on which stage they are in. So there is nothing like oka treatment works for all. Enduku ikkada point, why am I highlighting it here, is you need to understand that, yes sir, aa doctor garu naaku ee medications icharu or వీళ్ళు ప్రిస్క్రైబ్ చేశారు, అవి వాడేస్తున్నాను, నాకు కూడా పాజిటివ్ వచ్చింది కాబట్టి. No, you can't compare apples and oranges. They are different. Apples are apples, oranges are oranges. So eppudaithe you have a problem, please, you don't need to go to the hospital. Get an online consultation, find out which stage of the disease is, and be in touch, and then take the right prescription. So please don't self medicate. Please don't take steroids unnecessarily. మీరు వైరల్ రెప్లికేషన్ ఫేజ్లో అంటే ఫస్ట్ 1 వీక్లో 5 డేస్లో స్టీరాయిడ్స్ తీసుకుంటే ఇట్ విల్ ఎన్హాన్స్, ఇంకా వైరస్ ఇంకా మల్టిప్లై అవుతుంది ఫాస్ట్గా. సో యు ఆర్ మేకింగ్ ద డిజీజ్ వర్స్. సో ప్లీజ్ డోంట్ టేక్ డిసిషన్స్ టు treat on your own. Please ask a doctor. Now there's so much of expertise around. Please take help. Now, adults and adolescents, etla untudo, what is the presentation? As I've said, you said, symptomatic non-pulmonary phase where they present with, fever, cold, cough, we know all these symptoms. And 85% of these people, the good news is they all recover. And that is because of your innate immunity, ante your own immunity. And the reason here in this phase, the non-pulmonary phase, endukantamante predominantly viremia happens here. The virus tends to get into the body and multiply. Whereas the next one is your symptomatic pulmonary phase where your cough and breathlessness starts, where your SATs tend to drop. And ikkada manam gamaninchaల్సింది ఏంటంటే, it is not only about pneumonia, it's not only about lungs. No, it's not only about lungs at all. It can cause problems in every organ system. వచ్చిన వెంటనే డౌట్ వచ్చిన వెంటనే సిటీ స్కాన్ సెంటర్కి పరిగెడతాం కాదు. ఇట్స్ నాట్ నీడెడ్. నాట్ ఆల్ ద టైమ్ ఇట్స్ నీడెడ్. ప్లీజ్ టేక్ యూర్ డాక్టర్స్ అడ్వైస్. ఇక్కడ 2 things I would want you to know. There is thrombosis, అంటే ఈజీగా బ్లడ్ గడ్డలు కట్టే తత్వం ఉంటుంది డిజీజ్కి. And as I said, there is immune dysregulation and there's a hyperimmune phase as well. Cytokine storm అంటే there's a lot of నార్మల్గా మన బాడీ ప్రొడ్యూస్ చేయాల్సినటువంటి ఇన్ఫ్లమేటరీ మార్కర్స్ టు ఫైట్ అన్ ఇన్ఫెక్షన్. ఫర్ అస్ ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే కంప్లీట్లీ అబ్నార్మల్, అతలాకుతలం అయిపోయి 10 points రావాల్సినటువంటి ఇన్ఫ్లమేటరీ మార్కర్స్ యు ఆర్ సీయింగ్ ఇన్ ద 400s and 500s. And those are the ones which destroy our body. That is important. So please take help. Second, or the next stage, is the pulmonary phase, early or late pulmonary phase, where you need the non-invasive support or the ventilatory support, where they become more and more sick. So ikkada what is peculiar about this disease is our own innate immunity, and mana sonta immune system, whatever that needs to be produced, it is insufficient. Type 1 3 interferon beta response is too little and too late. And as I said earlier, there's immune dysregulation rather than the degree of viremia which causes here. And there's an aberrant, very tappu pro-inflammatory cytokines, ante body ni protect cheyalsinatuvanti inflammatory mediators, they are actually harming us as well as because they are in larger numbers. Even the adaptive immunity, even there, there is lymphocytopenia here. Mana body infection vachinappudu ఎక్కువ అవ్వాలి, ఇంకా లింఫోసైట్స్ ఎక్కువ ఫైట్ చేయాలి. బట్ there's a adaptive dysregulation there, and also neutralizing antibody response is delayed here. So that is the problem. That is what actually helps to, suppose ఒక ఇన్ఫెక్షన్ వచ్చింది, మనకి నెక్స్ట్ ఇన్ఫెక్షన్ రాకుండా ఉండాలంటే మన న్యూట్రలైజింగ్ యాంటీబాడీ రెస్పాన్స్ బాగుండాలి, అంటే ఇందాక చెప్పినట్టు మన ఐజీజీ బాగుండాలి. బట్ హియర్ ఇట్స్ డిలేడ్, అండ్ వచ్చినా కూడా again you can get a chance to get infected again, so you need to be careful. So after dealing with adults and adolescents, next we come to the most important thing here is pregnancy. As it is, pregnant state is immunostressed or prothrombotic state. Endukantunnarante mother has to take care of her own health, at the same time the baby's health. So ikkada two individuals are being supported on one immune system. So the immune system is stressed, and మామూలుగానే ప్రోథ్రోమ్ ఈజీగా బ్లడ్ క్లాట్ అయ్యే అవకాశాలు ఉంటాయి ప్రెగ్నెన్సీలో. సో ఆల్ ద మోర్ యూ నీడ్ టు బి కేర్ఫుల్. Pregnant women are advised extra care and precaution, especially during the COVID times. Even WHO has stressed that umpteen number of times. Velalo, abortion is more, bleeding is more, ectopic pregnancies are more, preterm deliveries, and all the neonatal complications which I'm going to talk about, they're all more. And compared to the first wave, చాలా సార్లు కోవిడ్ పాజిటివ్ వచ్చినా కూడా వాళ్ళకి ఏం ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ రాలేదు అసలు. బట్ ఇఫ్ యూ స్పీక్ టు ఎనీ ఆఫ్ ది ఆబ్స్టెట్రిషియన్, దే విల్ సే నౌ లాస్ట్ టైం కన్నా they were asymptomatic, వచ్చింది కానీ but they didn't have problems. But this time there are a lot more women who are having problems, and you would have heard in the news, parents, both parents dying, as well as mothers during delivery having a lot of problems. So seek early help, please do not delay. And one of the most important things here is actually ee madhya kalam vachedi entante, even CDC is recommending is you need to plan your pregnancy only after getting vaccinated. You could ask me why. You have to understand that the first trimester ante mundu first 3 నెలలు చాలా 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 important. So when you have the first trimester, any virus can be teratogenic ante organs అన్ని కూడా malformations వచ్చే అవకాశాలు ఉన్నాయి. That is why the COVID mothers are having more abortions, especially in the first trimester, and they have a bleeding, ectopic pregnancies నేను ఇందాక చెప్పినట్టు. So maybe in the third trimester okay gani. So please plan your pregnancies, and if you already are pregnant, please take extra precaution. Please be in touch with your obstetrician. These are the investigation panels that we do. Depending on the stage, we decide what tests that need to be done, and these are the labs. You don't need to worry about the numbers. For all those guys who are all the geeks who are interested in the numbers, we'll have this on the website. You can go through the presentation again, and these are the numbers that you need to be sort of to be watching out, or the doctors usually watch out for these numbers: the CBP, the CRP, ferritin, D-dimer, LDH, and IL-6. I put the common ones here. There are a lot more other things that we test for. Now coming to the children that we are actually treating now, as I said indaka nenu cheppinattu, MISI, compared to last year to here now, last year whenever we've treated these children, we've had a lot of MISIs and they all got better. But last year ki difference entante, here it's all mixed infections. Ante we're having MISI with dengue, we're having MISI with leptospira, rickettsial, even gastroenteritis, even enteric fever. With lots and lots of these children, lot of dengues we've seen in this season, where they had both MISI as well as dengue. Now, this is another interesting this thing. It's called neonatal MISI, newborn law. In the newborn period, that means MISI, the antibodies are being transmitted from the mother to the baby. Our antibodies are also positive. So this is something new which was never seen anywhere in the world, not only in the country, anywhere in the world last year. So ikkada actually we've published one child who has actually had neonatal MISI, and there are actually a couple of reports from Pune as well, and Maharashtra, Pune, and even Surat, and even Mumbai. So but you can count them on the numbers, they're all in single digits, but this is happening. So ikkada what is important you need to understand is the disease is evolving, the virus is mutating. So we need to be more and more careful, more and more vigilant. we need to wear our masks, maintain the social distancing. All those things are extremely, extremely important. Okay. Now, the other thing is the neonatal COVID that we've seen. That means these are premature babies or term babies. ఈ టర్మ్ బేబీస్కి అయితే పుట్టిన తర్వాత దే అక్వైర్ ఇట్ ఫ్రమ్ ద మదర్ ఆర్ ద గ్రాండ్ మదర్. అట్ ద సేమ్ టైం ప్రీమేచ్యూర్ బేబీస్కి ఈ యొక్క బ్యాడ్ ఎఫెక్ట్స్ ఫ్రమ్ ద మదర్ టు ద బేబీ, వెదర్ ఇట్స్ ఎఫెక్ట్ ఇన్ ద హార్ట్, some of them into the intestines, and some babies have something called COVID fingers. They all have raised inflammatory markers, but premature babies kabatti they are not producing the antibodies as yet, but they have the inflammatory markers as well as the features of the disease. So this is the one which we have published recently, it's there in the newspapers, and this is the one which is sort of the vertical transmission, as I've said, and the child is absolutely doing well, and see how beautiful this child is. So with this picture I want to spread that positivity, that hope. Enta sigga vachindante on day 2 of life, this baby was continuously having seizures, continuously, was in encephalopathy, was in coma for 4 days. Yes, it was a lot of struggle for all of us, but at the end of 2 weeks, and 2.5 weeks, we were able to send this baby home. There is an in utero COVID transfer from the mother to the fetus here. The antibodies have crossed. The numbers are pretty high, 97. And right now, baby is 5 weeks old at home. Idi monna OPD ki vachinappudu, when they come to the OPD, this is a photograph from the OPD, not from the hospital. And as you can see, the child is very comfortable. And if you see, the child is still on nasal prong oxygen. So we've got a oxygen concentrator and send the baby home, and the baby is doing good on just 1 liter of oxygen. And hopefully in the next 1 to 1.5 weeks, I'll get rid of the oxygen because the baby is doing well. But the baby needs to gain weight for me to do that, and other parameters we check. Now, what are the other COVID cases we are seeing? I'll just run through that. There are a lot of children COVID pneumonia. And as I said, a lot of children with blood cancer children. They're all doing well. There's one child with liver transplant, cryptococcal liver disease, who had a liver transplant. Father donated the liver. That child had COVID, but the child came through. We've had children with appendicular perforation, appendix perforation, and COVID. They all got better. Severe acute gastroenteritis, fits thot ochina pillalu, pancreatitis and hepatitis. So that child really, really suffered, but he's doing well at home. And there were about 3 children with diabetic ketoacidosis, COVID inducing that. Every single child that I've mentioned here in the last couple of weeks, they're all doing well. They're all doing well. That's the positivity, and that's the hope. And for all the children at home, yes, I understand it's stressful times. They're having a lot of behavioral issues. They're having a lot of problematic issues with their parents. But here, as parents, as adults, we need to show them the way, and we need to help them out as well. So the most important thing here is take-home message. As parents, as responsible adults, identify them early and get help early. Number 2, for us, it's targeted intervention. That means specific treatment for a specific subclassification of the problem. Treat the cytokine storm well. And it's not about treating numbers. Eppudu ade cheptanu na students ki or my colleagues ki. It's not about numbers. It's about the child first. That is the most important thing. And it's not about these fancy drugs. Mind you, we hardly use any remdesivir. We hardly use any tocilizumab. In fact, remdesivir has been completely off the list by WHO. So you have to realize that it is basic clinical acumen and basic intensive care, simple drugs which do the trick. And only 1% or less than 1% of these children we need biologicals. Ante medications like itolizumab or tocilizumab, very rarely we need them. And this is something that I tell my colleagues again, we should be so vigilant that treatment should not be worse than the actual disease. So we need to be our best, and thank you very much.
థ్యాంక్ యూ సతీష్ గారు. మీరు మాట్లాడిన దాంట్లో చాలా టెక్నికల్ డీటెయిల్స్ అవన్నీ ఉన్నాయి, విచ్ ఇస్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఫర్ సమ్ పీపుల్. అంటే ఆ సిచ్యువేషన్ లో ఉన్న వాళ్ళకి ఆ డీటెయిల్స్ అన్ని చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. బట్ మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద థింగ్స్ ఐ వాంట్ టు సమ్మరైజ్ the basics into very simple things. But before I go there, మీరు ఇచ్చిన presentation లో the first thing that really hit me hard on a positive note is that ఎంత severe disease ఉన్నా no there is hope.
Yes.
The children can be saved. That is, అంటే ఇప్పుడు చూసినట్టు ఇదిగో ఏదో వచ్చేస్తుంది చిల్డ్రన్కి వచ్చేస్తుంది చాలా ఇదిగా ఉండండి అని భయపెట్టడం కాదు, జాగ్రత్తగా ఉంటే వీ కెన్ సేవ్ ద చిల్డ్రన్. ఎంత సివియర్ డిసీజ్ ఉన్నా చిల్డ్రన్ సేవ్ చేయగలం అన్నది ఇట్ ఈస్ రియల్లీ వెరీ ఎమోషనల్. ఐ మీన్ hope, positive and emotional. Thank you from all of us for being able to save those children, giving them a good life. Thank you for that from all of us. And one thing I want to make it clear. Just 3-4 days back or 3 days back, ICMR said థర్డ్ వేవ్ లో చిల్డ్రన్ కి ఎక్స్ట్రాగా ఎఫెక్ట్ అవుతారు అన్న దానికి సైంటిఫిక్ బేసిస్ ఏమీ లేదు అని ప్రకటించింది. యూనో, అండ్ ఈవెన్ పీడియాట్రిక్ అసోసియేషన్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా ఆర్ వాట్ ఎవర్ ఐపీఓ సంథింగ్ ఆల్సో చిల్డ్రన్ కి స్పెసిఫిక్ గా వస్తారన్న దానికి ఎటువంటి సైంటిఫిక్ ఎవిడెన్స్ లేదు, ఎక్స్ట్రాగా ఏమీ రాదు అని అన్నారు. నౌ దానికి దీనికి ఇఫ్ యు లుక్ స్ట్రైట్లీ కాంట్రడిక్షన్ ఉన్నట్టు అనిపించచ్చు, కానీ దెర్ ఇస్ నో యాక్చువల్లీ నో కాంట్రడిక్షన్. ఇఫ్ యు జస్ట్ లుక్ ఎట్ ద నెంబర్స్, లాస్ట్ టైం కి ఇప్పటికి ఓన్లీ 20% ఆఫ్ అంటే 100 people ఎఫెక్ట్ అయితే అందులో 20% ఆఫ్ ద పీపుల్ కి మాత్రమే సీరియస్ డిసీజ్ వస్తుంది. 80% ఆర్ కంప్లీట్లీ అసిమ్ప్టమాటిక్.
Absolutely.
ఇందులో మళ్ళీ ఓన్లీ 20% ఆర్ చిల్డ్రన్. ఈ 20% లో ఓన్లీ 1 to 3% కి సివియర్ అవుతుంది. సో ఇఫ్ యూ టేక్ ద నెంబర్స్, ద పర్సంటేజ్ ఇస్ వెరీ లో. బట్ బికాస్ ఆఫ్ అవర్ కంట్రీ ఆఫ్ హై పాపులేషన్, చాలా ఎక్కువ మంది జనాలు ఉండటం మూలంగా పర్సంటేజ్ తక్కువ ఉండొచ్చు, కానీ ఈవెన్ అట్ దట్ లో పర్సంటేజ్ ఆఫ్ హై పాపులేషన్ will give us significant number of cases.
Yes, very true and
right?
Beautifully
so
analyzed.
Number of cases are high. That doesn't mean additional ga vachi chestundani kaadu. Same chala takku percentage of pillalni affect chestundi, but the takku percentage itself it goes into hundreds or thousands of cases which should be aware of. So that thing I wanted to make sure. And meer anna dantlo just summarize cheyali ante, కోవిడ్ పాజిటివ్ వచ్చింది, కోవిడ్ నెగిటివ్ వచ్చింది. పాజిటివ్ వచ్చింది అంటే అయ్యి బాబోయ్ మనం ఏదో కంప్లైంట్కి పోయినాయి అని భయపడకూడదు. నెగిటివ్ వచ్చిందంటే మనం కంప్లీట్ గా ఫ్రీ అని అజాగ్రత్తగా ఉండకూడదు. ఇన్ఫాక్ట్ టెస్ట్ కి చాలా తక్కువ ప్రాముఖ్యత ఇవ్వాలి, ఎక్కువ ప్రాముఖ్యత ఇవ్వాల్సింది సిమ్టమ్స్ కి.
కరెక్ట్.
జలుబు గాని, జ్వరం గాని, దగ్గు గాని, వాపు గాని, ఎనీథింగ్ వచ్చిన వెంటనే అగైన్ మళ్ళీ భయపడకుండా ఇమ్మీడియట్ గా టెలికాన్ఫరెన్స్ ఆర్ టెలికన్సల్టేషన్ ఫోన్ లో డాక్టర్ కి ఇమీడియట్ గా ఇన్ఫార్మ్ చేయండి. ఇప్పుడు కూడా ఇన్ని కేసులు చూస్తున్నా కూడా స్టిల్ మన చుట్టుపక్కల వాళ్ళు కూడా జస్ట్ తగ్గే నాకేం కాదు అన్న నిర్లక్ష్య ధోరణి మనకి చాలా కనిపిస్తుంది. దాన్ని మాత్రం మనం కంప్లీట్ గా పక్కన పెట్టాలి. ఏ చిన్నది వచ్చినా హాస్పిటల్కి పరిగెత్తకూడదు. డాక్టర్ ఫోన్ చేసి నా పరిస్థితి ఇది అని చెప్పి డాక్టర్ నమ్మి డాక్టర్ చెప్పింది చేయాలి. రైట్? దిస్ ఇస్ మీరు చెప్పిన అన్నిటిలోకి
బ్యూటిఫుల్ గా చెప్పారండి.
ఇంపార్టెంట్ థింగ్. అండ్
బ్యూటిఫుల్ గా చెప్పారు.
టైం కి గనక మనకి వచ్చిన వెంటనే డాక్టర్ కి ఇన్ఫార్మ్ చేసి వాళ్ళు చెప్పిన ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్స్ ఫాలో అయితే ఎంత సీరియస్ జబ్బు అయినా దెర్ ఇస్ హోప్. అంటే యాక్చువల్ గా 95%, 96% అంటాం, బట్ డాక్టర్ గారు మాటలో 100% అంటున్నారు. 100%, ఎస్పెషల్లీ వెన్ ఇట్ కమ్స్ టు ద పీడియాట్రిక్ కేసెస్, వీ కెన్ సేవ్ ద చిల్డ్రన్. ఓన్లీ థింగ్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు డూ ఇస్ కంటిన్యూస్ గా మనం పిల్లల్ని అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తూ ఉండాలి. రైట్ అండి?
అబ్సల్యూట్లీ బ్యూటిఫుల్ గా చెప్పారండి. నేను అంత సోది చెప్పింది బ్యూటిఫుల్ గా మీరు 2 lines లో
కాదు. అంటే నిజంగా వచ్చిన వాళ్ళకి వాట్ ఎవర్ యు సెడ్ ఇస్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. బట్ ఎక్కువ మందికి రాదు కాబట్టి not getting lost in all the technical this thing, I just wanted to summarize
the whole thing. Yeah.
Now Dr. before I go into my question here, నాకు పర్సనల్ గా one thing that was bothering me, కోవిడ్ అనే కాదండి, ఏదన్నా ఒక ప్రాబ్లం వచ్చి డాక్టర్ గారి దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళినప్పుడు దే విల్ ఏదో కొన్ని టెస్ట్లు ఏదో చేస్తారు, దెన్ దే డూ ద డయాగ్నోసిస్ సంథింగ్, ఓకే దిస్ ఇస్ ద ప్రాబ్లం అని ఫిగర్ అవుట్ చేస్తారు. ఫిగర్ చేసిన తర్వాత ప్రిస్క్రిప్షన్ రాస్తారు. ప్రిస్క్రిప్షన్ లో ద ఫస్ట్ థింగ్ దట్ కోర్స్ ఇస్ మెడికేషన్ కదండి. ఈ మెడికేషన్ ఇలా తీసుకోండి ఫుల్ కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్ తో వింటాం, ఓకే ఇలా తీసుకోవాలని చెప్పి. తర్వాత కొంచెం డైట్ కూడా ఫాలో అవ్వండి అని చెప్తారు. ఆ మెడికేషన్ మీద ఫుల్ కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్ పెడతాం, డైట్ దగ్గర మైండ్ సగం వెళ్ళిపోతుంది. ఇది ఎడిషనల్ తప్ప ఇది మెయిన్ కాదని ఫిక్స్ అయిపోతాం. తర్వాత కొంచెం ఎక్సర్సైజ్ కూడా చేయమని చెప్తారు. ఆ పేషెంట్ ని బట్టి, ఆ జబ్బుని బట్టి కొంచెం వాకింగ్, ప్రాణాయామో, జిమ్, వాట్ ఎవర్ ఏదో చెప్తారు. దాన్ని కంప్లీట్ గా తీసుకోవడం ఓన్లీ మెడికేషన్ మీద కాన్సన్ట్రేట్ చేస్తాం. ఇప్పుడున్న ఈ కోవిడ్ పరిస్థితిలో, బికాస్ వీఆర్ నాట్ ఏబుల్ టు అండర్స్టాండ్ clearly, I mean, I'm just coming to the conversation that we had before.
Yes.
నేను ఇంకా క్యూర్, ఇంకా మెడికేషన్ వరకు వెళ్ళక ముందు I'm talking about precautions.
Yes.
Precaution is better than cure అన్నారు కదండి. Prevention is better than cure అన్నారు కదా. So tell me, what are the things that I can do? అంటే నేను కాదు, at this present state లో, ఇప్పుడున్న దాంట్లో ప్రెగ్నెంట్ మదర్స్ కానీ, మీరు చెప్పండి ఎలా డివైడ్ చేద్దాం? ప్రెగ్నెంట్ మదర్స్, ఇన్ఫెంట్స్, టాడ్లర్స్, చిల్డ్రన్,
అడాలసెంట్స్ అండ్ యంగ్ అడల్ట్స్,
రైట్, వాట్ ఎవర్ ద ఏజెస్. ప్రికాషన్ ఏంటి? డైట్ విషయంలో కానీ, ఎక్సర్సైజ్ విషయంలో కానీ, హౌ కెన్ ఐ ప్రివెంట్? మెడికేషన్ అనేది వెరీ కాంప్లికేటెడ్ థింగ్ ఫర్ మీ, వచ్చిన తర్వాత చేయాల్సింది అది. బట్ రాకుండా how can I shield myself?
Yes, very good. So this is a very, very beautiful question and aptly put. And నేను చాలా సార్లు I've spoken on this topic as well. ఇక్కడ అన్నిటికన్నా ముఖ్యంగా మన ఇమ్యూన్ సిస్టమ్ని మెరుగుపరచాలి. మీరు చెప్పినవన్నీ కూడా చేయాలంటే మన ఇమ్యూన్ సిస్టమ్ని ఆర్ మన వ్యాధి నిరోధక శక్తిని పెంపొందించాలి, బెటర్గా ఉంచాలి. So how can you get your immunity better? That is the most important thing. So immunity doesn't get better, or doesn't get better with just taking a lot of vitamin C and vitamin B12 or vitamin B complex and all these things. No, these are all things, there's no quick fix for that. Indak Rajmouli garu beautiful ga adiginattu, there is no quick fix for that. You have to have, సార్ ఇందాక 2 చెప్పారు. హీ సెడ్ ఫిజికల్ ఎక్సర్సైజ్ అండ్ డైట్. దానికి ఇంకో 2 థింగ్స్ ఐ జస్ట్ యాడ్ యాజ్ వెల్. ఫస్ట్ అండ్ ఫార్మోస్ట్ థింగ్ డైట్లో సమతుల్యమైనటువంటి ఆహారం. దట్ మీన్స్ ఇట్స్ అ కంప్లీట్ ఓవరాల్ కంప్లీట్ డైట్ అన్నది చాలా చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. అంటే యూ నీడ్ టు హ్యావ్ కార్బోహైడ్రేట్స్, ఫ్యాట్స్, వైటమిన్స్, మినరల్స్ అండ్ మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్లీ ప్రోటీన్స్. ఈ 5 ఉంటేనే మనకి సమతుల్యమైనటువంటి ఆహారం. How do you get all these things? Yes, if you eat lots of fruits and vegetables, I always keep telling the same thing. A lot of greens, different colors, fruits avnavandi, vegetables avnavandi. If you eat lot of them, if you eat lots and lots of them, all your vitamins and all your minerals are there in the body. And the only thing which is actually going to give a real tough fight to the virus is your vitamins and your minerals. And they are the ones which will boost up your immunity. They are the ones which will help producing the good hormones. Good hormones ante serotonin, cortisol, there are feel good hormones. They are called the feel good hormones. If you want all these things, you need to have lots and lots of fruits and vegetables. So that way both your vitamins and minerals are completely replenished. And again, you're taking vitamin C, or you're taking every day, I'm taking the best possible, import US nunchi the best possible vitamin C and the best possible vitamin B12 అయితే తెప్పించుకున్నాను డాక్టర్ గారు అంటే, there's no doubt you've got the best quality and you are making the best quality urine. There is no doubt about that. That's what I always say. Ikkada important is what is natural, what is bio available. Ante what you get from the fruits and the vegetable and the natural things, all the different things is akkadi nunchi vachinatuvanti those vitamins, minerals and the trace elements and flavonoids, these four which comes from the natural things, that is more bioavailable. Ante I give 100 grams to my body, it gets absorbed, completely absorbed. That is the beauty of the whole thing. So that is important. Next, fats, good fat, yes, ghee is good, there's no doubt about that. And the fourth thing is I've spoken about vitamins, I've spoken about minerals, I've spoken about fats. Carbohydrates. We Indians are very, very high on carbohydrates. We take lots and lots of carbs. So there's no need to give extra thing. Simple thing ఏంటంటే carbohydrates లో సిరిధాన్యాలు. If you concentrate more on your natural things, రాగులు, సజ్జలు, జొన్నలు, things like that, కొర్రలు, those are beautiful, millets. So all those things are absolutely fine. And most important thing is protein. Protein, if you ask me, yes, I'm a non-vegetarian, but you have to understand that the best protein is vegetable protein. There is absolutely no doubt about that. Especially during this season, during this time, make sure that every meal has protein in it. Whether it's breakfast or lunch or dinner, is rajma, chole, beans, tella chanagalu, nalla chanagalu, fresh green peas, paneer, almonds, walnuts. These are all, stacked. They are just loaded with a lot of good proteins and a lot of good vitamins and minerals. This is important. So you need to have a complete diet. That is important. That is number one. Number two, apart from the diet, is physical exercise. You need to have at least 2 hours of physical exercise. No sort of shortcut for that. You can do skipping. You can run up and down the stairs. You can play on your terrace. You can play in the in your apartment complex, in your corridor. You can play cricket. Anything. Some physical activity has to be there, and you do need fresh air as well, and sunlight in the morning. You could come to your balcony and have some fresh air and fresh sunlight. That is extremely important. Natural sunlight is more important than taking vitamin D. But again, vitamin D, the bioavailability is less. Quality is poor. What you have, every company, the natural thing from the sunlight is good. No excuse for not having natural sunlight early in the morning, or for that matter, even in the evening. People ask me, sir, my house is west facing, what to do? Do it in the evening, no problem. And the most important thing is sleep. The quality of sleep is important. Times of the sleep. These days everybody is sleeping late into the night, getting up, sleeping and then getting up at 10, 11 or 12. Your circadian rhythm doesn't work, boss. So if your circadian rhythm needs to work, if you want all the good hormones to be there, serotonin, endorphins, cortisol, all these good hormones, oxytocin, all these hormones, if you have to properly work, then only your the innate immunity which I'm speaking about, it's going to be good. It's not about how it's a combination of all these things. These are the 4 pillars of good immunity to have. It's not just the diet, the physical exercise, rest, everything, all the 4 put together. That's important. I think I've answered in detail, and Rajamouli garu.
Yes, Andy. Thank you. Thank you. మనం మాట్లాడుకున్నాం, బట్ I wanted to stress డైట్ మీద, నిద్ర మీద చాలా స్ట్రెస్ చేయాలని చెప్పి మళ్ళీ మీతో మాట్లాడించాను. నౌ లెట్స్ గో ఇన్ టు స్పెసిఫిక్ సిచ్యువేషన్స్. అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఫ్యామిలీలో ఓకే, ప్రికాషన్స్ ఏం తీసుకోవాలో తీసుకున్నాం, బట్ ఆబ్వియస్లీ మనందరికీ తెలుసు, ఎంత ప్రికాషన్స్ తీసుకున్నా స్టిల్ దెర్ ఇస్ ఎ ఛాన్స్ ఆఫ్ us getting the ఇన్ఫెక్షన్ వచ్చే అవకాశం. అస్ అన్న టైం ప్రతిసారి ఐఎమ్ టాకింగ్ అబౌట్ చిన్నపిల్లలు ఉన్న కుటుంబాల గురించే మాట్లాడుతున్నాను నేను, బికాస్ దట్ ఈస్ అవర్ సబ్జెక్ట్ టుడే. సో చిన్నపిల్లలు ఉన్న దాంట్లో మీరు ఇందాక అన్నారు జాగ్రత్తలు తీసుకోవాలి. కంప్లీట్ గా లాక్ చేసేసుకొని గదిలో ఉంటే, ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఇందాక చెప్పిన దాంట్లో ఏరోజోల్స్ అంటే అదే గదిలో అందరికీ అంటునే అవకాశం ఉంది. కాబట్టి వెంటిలేషన్ గురించి ఒక్కసారి చెప్పండి.
మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ అండి. See, there is a beautiful study which was done in Spain. Beautiful study. So there are 3 groups of people. 3 groups. It was done in an elderly population. It was done in old age homes. First, it was done in crowded places, whereas okay, old age home, there are a lot of people there. Number 2, there old age home with less number of people, and old age home with pretty much like open air kind of a system. 3 categories, beautiful categories. The old age home, which had lots and lots of crowdedness, the number of deaths were more. Simple, no more statements. Number 1. Number 2, the old age home with less number of people, but in a closed system, again the deaths were there, but not as much as the overcrowded one. But the beauty of the system is places where there is facility to ventilate, open up the windows, open up, sitting out, the death rate is extremely, extremely low. This is a beautiful study which is done abroad. And that is why the recommendation is please open up completely. Open your windows, open your doors. And even for us doctors, while we practice, the recommendation that ICMR gives is, I need to have my consultation room open. There needs to be a fan or an AC here. And the direction of the airflow is from here to outside. That's the same principle. That's the same principle.
Yeah. So తలుపులు వేసేసుకొని ఏసీలు వేసుకోవడం కాకుండా కొంచెం విండోస్ ఓపెన్ చేసి న్యాచురల్ గాలి బయటకి, ఎండ గాలి తగలనివ్వాలి. ఓకే, సో ఈ జాగ్రత్తలు అన్ని తీసుకున్నా కూడా వచ్చింది అనుకున్నాం. నౌ లెట్స్ టాక్ అబౌట్ సిచ్యుయేషన్ లో మదర్ అండ్ చైల్డ్ ఇద్దరు పాజిటివ్ టెస్ట్ అయితే ఏంటి, ఏం జాగ్రత్తలు తీసుకోవాలి, ఏం చెయ్యాలి? ఇద్దరు పాజిటివ్ అయితే, ఓన్లీ మదర్ పాజిటివ్ అయింది, చైల్డ్ మాత్రం నెగిటివ్ టెస్ట్ అయింది. అప్పుడు చిల్డ్రన్ బాగా దూరం పెట్టారా, అమ్మమ్మలు ఇట్లకి తాతయ్యల ఇంటికి పంపించేస్తున్నారు అంటే భయంతో. హౌ గుడ్ ఈస్ దట్? అది కరెక్టా కాదా? అండ్ చిల్డ్రన్ పాజిటివ్ టెస్ట్ అయ్యి పేరెంట్స్ నెగిటివ్ అయితే ఏం చేయాలి? 3 డిఫరెంట్ సినారియోస్ అండి. ఒకసారి అది ఏం చేయాలన్నది చెప్పండి.
Sure, అండి. చాలా కామన్ గా ఇఫ్ యు సీ ఇన్ ద చాట్ బాక్స్ ఆల్సో యు విల్ సీ అ లాట్ ఆఫ్ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఆన్ దోస్ థింగ్స్ as well అండి. ఇక్కడ చాలా ముఖ్యంగా children, we need to understand, yes, percentage population చూస్తే the number of children who get is less, there's no doubt. Last year it was only 1%, but now it's 10%. The percentage has increased. So what we need to understand is, yes, children can spread the disease. They might not suffer as much as the adults do, but children do suffer. Ikkada important ga, if the mother and the child is positive, so it's very difficult. Mother has to take all the precautions with the mask. Naku positive undi, baby ki positive undi, it's okay, I can leave the mask and go around until. No, you are going to increase the child's viral load every time you speak, every time you cough. So chala important. Ikkada you need to have your mask and have all the social distancing and everything in place, number one. And child ki you need to be extra precautions. And if the child is earlier into mundu 3 years and more aithe vallu mask vesukovali, that's what is the recommendation. But now they're saying every child who's 2 years and more, they need to wear a mask. They need to be taught how to wear a mask. So you can ask me, why less than 2 years no mask? It can cause choking in children, so that can be dangerous, so we need to be careful there. So when, yes, the child has to be with the mother, సాధ్యమైనంత వరకు try to maintain a distance whenever it's possible. Yes, they want to come and hug, you need to explain to them that it's not often, but sometimes they do. So ee limitation is understand cheskuntu, we need to take it from there. That is scenario 1. Scenario 2, where many times, this is something very, very important, both the parents are positive, sir, and my children, both of them I've tested, they are negative. I want to save my children, and so I've sent it to my grandparents' place. Please listen, all of you. That is a perfect recipe for disaster. These children, they might be negative, but they still carry the disease, and they safely carry the disease to your parents or your in-laws. I've seen many, many instances. So Dayavanchi, please don't send the children to your grandparents' place. So they need to be with you, take all the precautions, and then take care of them as well. And thirdly, when children are positive and you are negative, again, you need to be careful. You can't send them out. They have to be here in the house. Isolation has to be done. If the children are a little bit elderly, it's nice that they sleep in a separate room, or otherwise try and avoid sleeping in the same bed. Tell the child that they can sleep on the bed next to them if the child is afraid. So ekkadaina rules unnai kani koncham practicality aalochinchukovali. Speak with your doctor. What is the practicality here? How can you? Every problem has a solution. There is no problem without a solution. So please speak to the doctors, your doctor, and you will get a solution as to how to take care of each of these scenarios. But please understand that children do spread the disease. So try to contain them in your own house, in different rooms, with all the safety precautions, and you'll do well.
Okay. You're talking about mask. ఇప్పుడు కూడా పెద్దోళ్ళనే మాస్క్ ఎలా వేసుకోవాలో ఇప్పటికీ తెలియట్లేదు. పిల్లల దగ్గరికి వచ్చేసరికి N95 మాస్క్ ఏంటి, 3-ply మాస్క్ ఏంటి, 4-ply మాస్క్ ఏంటి, సర్జికల్ మాస్క్ ఏంటి, క్లాత్ మాస్క్ ఏంటి, అంటే చిన్నపిల్లలకి వేయలేం కదండి, మంత్స్ బేబీస్ కి వేయలేం కదా. సో అసలు ఈ మాస్క్ హైజీన్, మాస్క్ ప్రోటోకాల్, మాస్క్ ని ఎలా వేసుకోవాలి, పెద్దలకి పిల్లలకి డిఫరెన్స్ ఉందా? హౌ డు వి యూజ్ ఇట్?
మాస్క్ వేసుకోవాల్సిన పద్ధతిలో ఫస్ట్ అండ్ ఫార్మోస్ట్ థింగ్, ఇట్ షుడ్ కవర్ ద నోస్, ఓకే, అండ్ ద మౌత్. సో మనం పీల్చుకునే గాలి, ఇఫ్ యూఆర్ పుట్టింగ్ ఇట్ బిలో ఆర్ హియర్ దిస్ నో పాయింట్. మనం పీల్చుకునే ఎయిర్ ని ఇట్ షుడ్ ఫిల్టర్ ద ఎయిర్ అండ్ గెట్ ఇన్ సైడ్. That is the air that you need to breathe. So it has to cover, and you have to have a tight seal. You have to have a tight, even with a ply mask or other things, preferably you need to have a tight seal there. That is very, very important. Next thing is hygiene. Hygiene, yes, at home you could wear a cloth mask. You have a variety of cloth masks, single layer, double layer, 3 layers. Yes, so many, antimicrobial masks, so many varieties of masks are there. If you are using a cloth mask, for heaven's sake, every single day, please wash the mask. Please wash the mask, and preferably dry them out in the sun. That is beautiful. That is good enough. That's fantastic. But what I've noticed is, I see people wear the same N95 mask for days on end together. That's absolutely wrong. As the actual rule prakaram, N95 mask is a single-use mask. Single-use mask. That means you use it once and then it goes into the dustbin. You cannot use it again. But because of the shortage of N95 masks, the CDC, Center for Disease Control, has come up with a nice idea which has been adapted by our own country as well. You can have 5 N95 masks, wear it on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Dry them out in the sun, or in the shade. Leave it to fresh air. Virus will die, and then you can again wear it on Saturday. That means day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, and on day 6 you are wearing a day 1 mask. But for heaven's sake, don't wash the N95 mask. N95 mask has to be hanged, kept outside, and dried in sunlight is preferable. Clear? So please don't wash the N95 mask. And then if you can use, and if you can buy and throw, that's the best thing. If you can't, you can buy 5 masks, which you can use for 5 times 5, 25 days. That means each N95 mask can be worn for 5 days. Okay. And surgical ply mask is what we use inside the hospital. In the ICU, we use N95 and we use a surgical mask on top of that. N95 protection అయితే 95%. Surgical mask or a 3-ply is about 90% protection. But whatever it is, use చేసే పద్ధతి, the way you use it is more important rather than having it around your neck.
మీరు చెప్పిన N95 పద్ధతిలో you have to be very careful అంటే, because if there are 2-3 people in the family, N95 మాస్క్ అన్ని ఒకేలా ఉండొచ్చు, ఒకళ్ళదే ఒకళ్ళు వేసుకుని
క్రాస్ ఇన్ఫెక్షన్స్ అవుతున్నాయండి,
చాలా రిస్క్. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ బెటర్ ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ ఎ మార్కర్, రైట్ యువర్ నేమ్ ఆన్ ద మాస్క్, సో దట్ పీపుల్ ఒకళ్ళ మాస్క్ ఒకళ్ళు వేసుకోకుండా మిక్స్ అయిపోకుండా ఉండే అవకాశం.
ఇన్ఫాక్ట్ ఇఫ్ యూ సే అండి, ఇఫ్ యూ సీ ద న్యూ థింగ్, properly not using the mask is one of the cause for this mucormycosis, fungus. Mask lo fungus is growing because you're breathing there, this thing is there, and that is a beautiful nidus for the fungus to grow, and nicely you're taking it next day and wearing it again. So please do.
This is the mask that I use, and 3 layers of cloth mask. So just to show what to do and what not to do, tell me if I'm doing it wrong. So I tie it behind my back, so it covers my so it is tightly covers, there is no gap.
Yes,
there is no gap.
That is very important.
That is the healthy, and I take it, wash every day with soap water and dry it in the sun.
That's perfect.
And definitely this is not the way to wear a mask. Definitely this is not
most common.
Okay. పిల్లలకి అంటే ఒకసారి నెగిటివ్ వచ్చిన తర్వాత, ఒకసారి ఇన్ఫెక్షన్ వచ్చిన తర్వాత తగ్గిన తర్వాత ఇఫ్ ఐఎమ్ డ్యూ ఫర్ వ్యాక్సినేషన్, అంటే ఇన్ఫెక్షన్ వచ్చిన ఎన్ని రోజులకి ఆర్ ఇన్ఫెక్షన్ తగ్గిన ఎన్ని రోజులకి మళ్ళీ వీ కెన్ గో ఫర్ వ్యాక్సినేషన్?
సో ఇక్కడ 2 ఇంపార్టెంట్ థింగ్స్ అండి. బికాజ్ చిల్డ్రన్ లో కోవిడ్ వ్యాక్సినేషన్ ఇంకా ఇవ్వట్లేదు, ఓన్లీ ట్రయల్ రన్స్ ఆర్ బీయింగ్ డన్. సో వీఆర్ సార్ అడిగినట్టు ఇట్స్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ టు సే దట్ ఇట్స్ ద నార్మల్ వ్యాక్సినేషన్ దట్ నీడ్స్ టు బి డన్. రెగ్యులర్ గా చేయాల్సినటువంటి వ్యాక్సిన్స్ ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో, మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్లీ, ఇన్ఫాక్ట్ ఐ విల్ టెల్ యూ వాట్ అ కోట్ ఫ్రమ్ ద WHO. డ్యూరింగ్ ద లాస్ట్ ఇయర్ 2020 and 2021, because 45% or 50% across the world population normal routine vaccinations వేయించుకోకపోవటం వలన the other diseases toti the death rate has gone up. Other kinds of disease, that is extremely important. So please, for heaven's sake, the regular vaccines have to be taken. Even though the child has had COVID disease, you need to wait for a good 4 to 8 weeks. Oka nela 2 nelu wait chesi, depending on the symptoms, from the asymptomatic period nunchi 2 months at least wait chesi, those vaccination has to be given deferred ga ivvali. So compulsory ga vaccination ivvali, ivvakunda undakodu. And for those children who have not had the disease, take a consultation online and get the vaccination. Yes, me doctor gar toti you please discuss what vaccination has to be done, and simply quickly during the time when there is no lockdown, especially in the mornings, you book an appointment, go to the center, get the vaccination done quickly ASAP and leave the place if you are worried about catching the disease. So there are ways and means to do it. So that is chala important. So vaccinations are important, so there is no way the regular vaccinations should be stopped. All the more reason that you need to emphasize more on vaccinating these children.
Say, continuation to that, breastfeeding mothers vaccination తీసుకోవచ్చా?
Yes. Until recently, last week varaku kuda, the government of India has had restrictions regarding breastfeeding unnappudu, whether to take the COVID vaccine or not. But clear-cut evidence, I'll tell you, right now, the government of India has come with clear-cut guidelines that breastfeeding mothers can take the COVID vaccine, number one. And earlier, quite a few months earlier as well, the CDC has come with clear-cut guidelines that yes, vaccination is very safe and nothing is going to happen to the child because of COVID vaccine to the mother.
Okay, and last question, pregnancy to mothers, pregnant mothers, can pregnant mothers take the vaccination?
Yeah, this is an important question, and we need to answer it in 2 parts. So right now, as we speak, the recommendation by the government of India is vaccination should not be taken by pregnant mothers. Vaccination, pregnant women. Okay, so there are multiple reasons for that, but at the moment, the recommendation is please don't take it. That's the recommendation. But I can tell you firsthand that in the US, until last week, the CDC has come up with a statement saying Pfizer and Moderna, both the vaccines have been given to 30,000 mothers, 30,000 pregnant women, and zero complications. So they're absolutely safe is what they recommend. There are some articles which talk about getting vaccinated in the first trimester. Endukante first trimester is the organogenesis, but there is absolutely no evidence for that. You can take, but maybe some recommendations say that you could take it in the second and the third trimester. But all the 30,000 women are safe. Maybe in the coming weeks or the coming months, even the government of India might change the rule on those lines as well.
But obviously we have to wait until ICMR or Ministry of Health will declares that pregnant women తీసుకోవచ్చు అని చెప్పే వరకు we have to wait.
Trials చేయాలండి. First the trial, just like how trials were done on adults, the same way children and pregnant women, the trials need to be done. Efficacy and safety, both are important, has to be established before recommendations come in.
So in short, the answer is no at present.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. So let's try to take some questions from the lots and lots of questions, but again we have a limited amount of time. Just I'm okay. రొటీన్ గా తీసుకునే ఫ్లూ వ్యాక్సిన్ కోవిడ్ ని తగ్గించడానికి కానీ లేకపోతే కోవిడ్ మూలంగా వచ్చే కాంప్లికేషన్స్ ని తగ్గించడానికి కానీ ఉపయోగపడుతుందా ఫ్లూ వ్యాక్సిన్?
Beautiful question, whoever has asked that question. And in fact, I'll tell you the background as well. Maharashtra government has actually, they have come out forward and they have recommended this. This is something that needs to be done because in the ensuing flu season which is going to come, flu symptoms, COVID symptoms, absolutely same, Andi. They are the same symptoms. So if you eliminate one thing out, we have one thing out of the equation. So, we don't have that, oh my God, is it the same? Do we have this problem? So flu vaccine is absolutely recommended, especially, one shot just prior to the flu season. That's in the month of July and August. It has to be done. It's very, very good. And it's recommended all over the world. It's recommended. And because of that, they say cross immunity, maybe the complications are also less, but that lot more results. I mean, research has to be done on those lines. But yes, the question is valid. And yes, all the children, this answer is all to all the children and all the adults. The dose is a little bit different, 0.25 to 0.5 cc. But yes, everybody has to take their flu shots in the coming months.
Actually, my family friend, Dr. Srinivas Garu, before we got infected with the COVID, he made us take the flu vaccine.
Out of the way.
And any fungus will attack the children after recovery from COVID. And basically talking about, I think it is micromucosis, because it's a growing concern now. పిల్లల్లో కూడా ఆ భయం ఉందా?
So mucormycosis, there is one report which is actually reported in Andhra Pradesh. So yes, it is there. It has been reported. So it can happen, but the numbers are not as much as you see in adults. And the severity of the complications could anta severe ga undo because adults, the complications are a lot more. But yes, the answer is very, very simple. Yes, you can see. Please use the mask safely. And chala recommendations unnai daniki kuda. You need to be absolutely careful in that aspect as well. Yes.
There is something here. Supriya Arlagadda is asking, if you suspect that the child may have been COVID positive but never tested positive, should and when can we test for antibodies to be sure that she contracted the infection at some point? అంటే ఇందాక మీరు మిస్సీ గురించి వచ్చిందో లేదో మనకు తెలియదు చైల్డ్ కి. మేబీ షీ హ్యాడ్ సమ్ సిమ్టమ్స్, నార్మల్ తగ్గిపోయి ఉండొచ్చు. ఇట్ కుడ్ హ్యావ్ బీన్ కోవిడ్. మైల్డ్ సిమ్టమ్స్ ఉంటే వీఆర్ నాట్ ఈవెన్ టెస్టింగ్. సో యాంటీబాడీస్ కి టెస్ట్ చేయడం మూలంగా ఓకే చైల్డ్ కి కోవిడ్ వచ్చింది లేదు అన్నది హౌ వ్యాలిడ్ ఇస్ ఇట్?
This question I'll answer it in 2 parts అండి. ఫస్ట్ థింగ్, మనకి జస్ట్ కుతూహలతగా ఉంది ఏమై ఉండొచ్చు యాంటీబాడీస్ వచ్చినాయా అన్న కుతూహలత is one point. That you need to wait for 4 to 6 weeks of the initial symptoms. Okay, April or May 1st లో నాకు సిమ్టమ్స్ వచ్చినాయి, మాకు ఆ టైంలో పాజిటివ్ వచ్చింది, బాబుకి పెద్ద సిమ్టమ్స్ లేవు అంటే వెయిట్ ఫర్ 4 to 6 weeks అంటే ఎండ్ ఆఫ్ మే to second week of June. ఆ టైంలో if you do the antibodies, positive, negative, IgM, IgG, depends on that. We'll sit and we can understand, what is the severity, what is the problem. That is the answer to your first part. The second part is MISI and cheppanu. MISI, what happens is it's the same story, but the child might be asymptomatic or a little bit of symptoms. Or in fact, last year నేను చూసింది ఏంటంటేనండి, I had 3 MISIs, 3 children with MISI. Okati, the father of the child died. Okati, grandmother of the child died. third, the grandfather of the child died. Only 1.5 months back. Now, when I ask them, ఏమైనా symptoms వచ్చినాయి అంటే నాకేం లేవు symptoms. But anybody else, anything, any deaths in the family? అవునండి, మా తాత, మా నాయనమ్మ, they have died. That was when 1.5 months back, without symptoms. So at that time, so in the second point that I'm raising, if the child has any of the symptoms that I have highlighted, fever, cough, all the MIS-C symptoms, rash, body swelling, any of these symptoms unte, do not wait. Immediately get the COVID antibodies. And if it is MIS-C, COVID antibodies will be positive. That's the gold standard. And that will help us to diagnose and treat accordingly.
Okay. Padmaja Nadipudi, she's asking, I am 6 months pregnant. As a regular monthly checkup, doctor suggested TIFFA scan this month. TIFFA scan. I don't know what it is.
TIFFA is very,
But situation at the scan centers is too bad to go out. Please suggest, is it mandatory?
Yeah. TIFFA scan is very, very important. And TIFFA ante targeted imaging for fetal anomalies. Adi manam teluskunte, it saves a lot of time. It saves a lot of mental heartaches andi. So compulsory ga TIFFA scan annadi cheyali. We need to do the TIFFA scan. But ideally, as I've said, you need to call your doctor. You need to fix up an appointment and go at that stipulated time. Go quickly and then come out quickly, taking all the precautions. I know it's hard times. I know it's not easy. Nenu cheppinant easy kaadu. But there are some things we have to do. We have no choice. TIFFA is something that I would not miss.
Yeah. So that answers her question. Obviously, wearing a double mask and taking the precaution, not spending too much time anywhere, is to be followed. My 8-year-old son developed a post-COVID complication of inflammatory syndrome and was treated with IVIG and is doing fine now. Will he have any issues in the long run, and should we watch out for any specific symptoms?
Yes. Yeah, this is a very valid question. We have seen lots of children with MIS-C last year, and right now as we speak, we are seeing a lot of children even now. See, one thing, long-term complications, how do you know or how do I know? We only know with data. And how old is our data? It's only a year old. So in the last 1 year, I have followed up every single child who has had MIS-C. And some of them have heart dilatation. Some of them have had lots of complications. So those children, we have even done a cardiac MRI 4 months or 5 months after the MIS-C. Yes, there was cardiac dilatation and swelling was there. But trust me, 14 months after that right now, or 9 to 14 months right now, all these children are doing well. All these children are doing well. They're all doing well. And the complications, hopefully, as I said, in adults, there's a lot of changes, the lungs as well as the heart. But in children, hopefully, see, the good thing about children is the children are robust, and the lung, the new alveoli grows, the body cells also grow. So whatever damage which has happened, there's a lot of replenishment which happens, and we hope that they do well. And all the children that we have followed, they are doing well. We wish to follow them up for the next 3 to 5 years as well.
There are many questions regarding pregnant mothers mali vaccine teeskochani, which we have already answered. I suggest regular questions go back to the session that we did, because same questions malli adiginattu untundi. Okay, again coming to the third wave, chala mandiki third wave vastunda, and since government is implementing lockdowns, will the chain break and avoid third wave? Is third wave vastunda, vaste anta strong ga vastundi? Because of this lockdowns, third wave raakunda aage avakasam unda? Fourth wave, fifth wave, sixth wave kuda antunaru. Just children gurinchi kaadu, just let's step aside and answer that.
See, what happened is the whole confusion started when the principal scientific advisor to the Prime Minister Modi, Raghavan Garu, he has come out and said third wave is going to be there and it's going to be in children. The first part of the statement is correct. The second part of the statement, obviously there is no proof. Inda chala beautiful ga chepparu. Both ICMR and IAP have categorically said there is absolutely no evidence. How has that been forecasted into a third wave being more significantly bad for the children? Having said that, the general feeling is this virus, it keeps mutating. అంటే దాని యొక్క ధోరణి కానీ దాని యొక్క ఆకారం మార్చుకుని if it has to survive and it has to touch everybody, whether you get the disease or whether you get the vaccine, somehow or the other. That is the principle of the virus. That means in some way, in a mild way or a moderate way or a severe way, it has to touch everybody on this planet. So ఇప్పుడు వరకు first wave అయిపోయింది, మనకి we are currently in the second wave, whereas in Europe they already had the third wave. So eventually these waves will be coming, and I feel because of the lockdown now the second wave is on a downward trend. So simple way to answer you is yes. When we start to move again and we are again irresponsible and we try to just open up and do everything the way we want, obviously you will have a third wave, you will have a fourth wave. It will happen. That is natural. It is natural for the disease to spread in such a way. But indaka sir Rajmouli garu cheppinattu, there's no need to panic. Now see, now we know the enemy. Yes, it's changing its colors. So are we. We are clever now. We are able to identify and decipher the virus even better. So we need to be more clever than the virus. మనం ఎట్లా చేయాలంటే we need to be more careful and we need to ఇవన్నీ పాటించాలి. But yes, to your point, yes, a third wave will come. We don't know when, we don't know how intense it is going to be. But now the last part of the question is, children lo ఎక్కువ ఎఫెక్ట్ అవుద్దా లేదా? Simple, children lo kuda effect avutundi, but there is no proof whether it is going to be more. But if you say compared to last year, as I said, it is only 1% to 2%. 2020, even the US statistics is only 1 to 2%. But what happened now? It's 9 to 10%. Isn't that an increase in numbers? Yes, overall population low 10% of children have been affected in the second wave. So it might go up or it might not go up. So the point is, rather than speculating about that, we know how it is going to come. We've seen it in the past and now. So all we need to do is careful, and we need to be armed with the knowledge of the disease so that we can fight it and overcome it, either with good treatment or the vaccine.
Yeah. So I mean, there are many more questions that we need to the questions are coming in, but like I said, we have to put an end to this. And before we come to this, I want to talk about what the Choice Foundation is doing in this whole aspect. What Little Stars hospitals and you as a head of these two institutions are doing about this whole thing. How armed are you? How can we utilize your services? మీ సర్వీసెస్ మేము ఎలా ఉపయోగించుకోగలం? మీ సర్వీసెస్ ని ఇంకా బ్రాడన్ చేయడానికి how can we strengthen you?
Sure, thank you, Andy. So it's not only just as in at this time, I want to speak on the behalf of all my medical fraternity. Andy, if you see the medical fraternity, the nurses, the ayas, the doctors, if you see the percentage of deaths, general population lo deaths percentage, doctors lo deaths percentage chusinattaithe, more percentage of us doctors have died. I don't want to concentrate and say couple of bad incidents where charges. Let us keep all that noise aside. In general, we all want to save children or adults. We put our everything on it. We wear our heart on our sleeve and we do our very, very best. And for that, I salute every single doctor and nurse and all the fraternity and all the others who've been helping us out as well. So having said that, ఈ టైంలో there's a lot of hard work, it's a lot of sweat, it's a lot of difficulty. If you see us wearing the PPE masks and the complete gear that we wear, we can't breathe inside properly, we sweat like anything. So it's a lot of hard work. If you follow the guidelines, if you follow what we say, and if you try to keep yourself safe, all what we are doing is worth it. Everything is worth. It's not the money. Money is secondary, but all what we do, so because we are all here as a community, we are all here to make sure that you're all good, you're all in the best of health. Having said that, ikkada through the foundation, through the hospital, last year kani year kani, we've helped a lot of children. We have helped a lot of children. Here I want to spread a lot of hope. Endukante, if you remember, sir, last year, if you remember, sir, even your daughter has raised funds. Shobugar daughter, there are so many children. We had 12 children who raised funds, because at that time we had children who were sick with acute respiratory illness. All these children, through a crowdfunding platform, called Fuel a Dream, we were able to sort of raise about 22 to 24 lakhs. And enta anandam, enta happy anpichindante, every single child. In fact, I'll tell you one example, andi. I took the opportunity of speaking to one mother, all of them, after the program. And one mother told me, sir, she had tears in her eyes and said, sir, I know my boy. He's absolutely mata vinadu. ఏం చెప్పినా వినడు. He's absolute, మీరు అంటారు రెబెల్ క్యాండిడేట్ లాగా. That boy, I don't know how, because first he's supposed to call everybody to raise funds. He wasn't sure what to do within the first 2-3 days, but once the 5th day, 6th day went by, he was a completely different human being. He called people. He knew the value of money. He knew the value of, a conversation, a dialogue, how to live in this world and how to get things done. Sir, my child, yes, my child, he has saved other children. That is very, very important. But you have given my child back to me. And she had tears in her eyes. And it was so heartening. And so that was the thing. So we raised a lot of funds and we helped a lot of children. So that is the beauty. So right now also we are doing that. And I want to share one example, and I want to share the screen once. I want to share this example of this child whom we are actually helping now. You see this child, if you see on top, it's a 15-day-old baby, 15 రోజులు child. Okay. So this child, the mother was COVID positive. And it's been 15 days. So unfortunately, and one major point I want to make here, even though you are COVID positive, mother, చేతులెత్తి దండం పెడతా ఉన్నాను, please give breast milk. Do not give formula milk, do not give barrepalu, do not give avu palu. No, express milk can give. Anyway, coming to this story, 15-day-old baby, COVID positive mother, and the baby is extremely sick in our ICU right now as we speak. And this child has had the intestine perforation. The child was on formula and barrepalu. This child had 7 centimeters of the bowel resected. We have jejunum, we have ileum, and we have colon, small intestine lo 6 centimeters kullipoyindi akkada. So it has been removed. And if you see here, if you see this, the intestine has been put outside. That means from now onwards, the stool, the motion will come outside. And that is the surgical mark. And this surgery was done yesterday. And this is how we cover it up. A stool andulonchi vastundi. Okay. This child is doing well now. This child, through the foundation, we were able to save, because they didn't have money, Andy. They didn't have money. This child, we knew that this child's abdomen was bad. This child was about to die. This child needs to have a surgery done. Friday, I told the parents, I said, please have a surgery. And Batmalte, they said, no, we don't have money. We want to take the child away. And you won't believe, through the foundation, I asked Shobugar, I asked everybody in the team, Sanjay, Madhavi, and everybody said, no, we helped this child. So we helped this child. Surgery was done yesterday, 24 hours back. Now this child, post-operative, is 24 hours and beautifully sleeping. Very, very comfortable. If you see, child is pink on the ventilator, yes. and the child is doing very, very well. So that's what I want you to share. And it's a lot of beautiful stories. And if you see the bowel, that 6 centimeters of the bowel which has been resected. So earlyga cheyali, earlyga intervene avvali, those are all 2 good points. But please understand that a lot of children don't have the money, parents, they've lost their jobs and they're really helpless. And all, we as doctors, we are happy to do it free of cost. We don't want any money for that. But there are costs involved for the drugs. There is cost involved for the medications as well as the investigations. So all these things, there are costs involved. So if we can raise more funds for children like this, we can help lots and lots more children. So that's the, which is a sad story, but I want to end it on a positive note, because all it needed was a couple of rupees and you can see the happiness in this mother's face and the child's face as well.
Thank you very much, Andy. Kudos and congratulations for the kind of work that you are putting in. Really happy and proud to be associated with you in any small manner. Going back to that, we are so happy, and when all our children, వాళ్ళందరూ కలిసి చాయిస్ ఫౌండేషన్ కి చిన్నపిల్లలకి హెల్ప్ చేయడానికి, all these kids are like
Yes.
13, 14, 15,
Yes.
12-year-old kids. వాళ్ళందరూ పోగేసి ఫోన్ చేసి తెలిసిన వాళ్ళందరికీ ఫోన్ చేసి ఎక్స్ప్లెయినింగ్
Exactly.
ఇలాంటి పిల్లలు ఉన్నారు, వాళ్ళకి డబ్బులు, వాళ్ళ ప్రాణాలు కాపాడాలంటే డబ్బులు కావాలి, దీనికి రేస్ చేస్తున్నాం అని చెప్పి. If this kids could raise that 24 lakhs of rupees to save so many babies, I think we have to do much more that even though you are saying it is less money, you please cheppandi, but I also want to know.
Cheppandi sir.
You please cheppandi, మీరు చెప్పిన తర్వాత.
మీ పిల్లలు 12 kids raise చేసిన తర్వాత, one of gentleman called Venugopal garu, he said, sir, that is inspiring. ఆ children చేశారు, నా మనవరాలు చేత చేపిస్తాను. My granddaughter, I'll make her do it. Sir, your granddaughter is 3.5 years. How would you do it? Ante that gentleman, his daughter, his son-in-law, and this girl, she called people, and she raised, mind you, close to 4 lakhs.
Whoa, fantastic.
4 lakhs from 50 odd donors she raised. And
yeah, fantastic.
Very heartening, very heartening, very heartening. Children for children again.
Yeah, Dr. Garu, even though you're saying keep the money aside, we really need to know some numbers. We really need to know some numbers. అంటే ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఆ పిల్లల్ని వచ్చి బేబీస్ ని ట్రీట్ చేయాలంటే ఆబ్వియస్లీ యూ నీడ్ సమ్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ వెంటిలేటర్స్ ఉన్న, పీడియాట్రిక్ వెంటిలేటర్స్ ఉన్న బెడ్స్ కావాలి ఆబ్వియస్లీ. సో మీ దగ్గర ఎన్ని బెడ్స్ ఉన్నాయి, ఇంకా ఎన్ని బెడ్స్ ఉంటే మీరు ఇంకా ఎక్కువ చిల్డ్రన్ తీసుకోగలరు? హౌ మెనీ చిల్డ్రన్ క్యాన్ యూ టేక్? ఫిజికల్లీ హౌ మచ్ ఇస్ ఇట్ పాసిబుల్, అండ్ హౌ మచ్ ఇట్స్ గోయింగ్ టు కాస్ట్? వీ నీడ్ టు నో సమ్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ నెంబర్స్. ఎవరు కాంట్రిబ్యూట్ చేయాలని ఒక నెంబర్ తెలియాలి.
So 3 things and 3 questions, 3 parts to that. And first, see, we don't admit all the mild symptoms. We force them to stay at home and they do well.
Yeah, so only critical care patients.
Yes, who need admission is less. So right now we have 12 critical care beds. So we are able to do all the good work with just those 12 critical care beds. In phase 1, we can increase by another 10 beds. That then will become 22. And in phase 3, if we need to, we can add another 18 beds. So total 40 beds. Now that's the second point, Andy. So total 40 beds we can capacitate, slowly we can increase. Then suppose, let us say, you want to repurpose these beds for these things. What is important here is, yes, 40 beds cheyalante, you need more infrastructure, more equipment, more nurses. Yes, all those things are, yes, they are needed. But if we have 40 beds, let us say roughly each child is on that bed, ventilated bed, for 10 days. So each sort of monthly 3 per bed. So that will be about 120 children. So if you do it for about close to 3 months, for the next 3 months, we could easily help about 350 to 400 children. We could help. That's a big number. That's a huge number.
Of course. It's I mean, one life save chestane, it is such a big,
it gives us a lot of happiness and a lot of goosebumps. దాని గురించి మాట్లాడితేనే we get so emotional about it. And
So, okay, just give me the numbers, Sandy. So, what kind of money are we looking at raising?
Yeah. So in terms of these 12 beds aithe, yeah, roughly if you see, if rough ballpark chusinattaithe, let us say we admit 3 children in a day. 3 children in a day. See, one child will need a ventilated bed, one child will need a non-invasive ventilated bed, and one child will need a oxygen bed. So average ga each child will go into the 3 different categories. So if it's a ventilated bed, for 10 days for medicines as well as investigations and everything put together, it would cost about 3.5 to 4 lakhs for all those 10 days. And obviously for children with the NIV, it doesn't cost much, maybe 2.5 to 3. And same with the oxygen beds, much less. So ivanni kuda chusinattaithe, if we can plan it out for those 1 month period, helping those many number of babies, certainly we need around 1 crore of rupees where we can help so many babies. And obviously, if we want to increase the number of beds, make it 40, obviously we'll help more. Of course, the numbers multiply and we need some equipment as well.
Yeah, so at present, we are looking basically at 1 crore a month for the next 3 months.
Yes.
Right? For at least to save like
12 beds, with those 12 beds, yes.
12 beds, right? Saying about 200 children.
Yes.
200 children. I mean, again, all the వచ్చే వాళ్ళు అందరూ పే చేసుకోలేని వాళ్ళు కాదు. Some of them can obviously.
Beautiful, Andy. Yeah. Some of them, what we do, Andy, we ask them, they'll pay 50% of the bill. The other 50% the foundation pays, because the hospital is anyway giving, the doctors do it free, infrastructure is free. So కొంతమందికి సార్ మేము ఉట్టి మందులు తెచ్చుకుంటాం and investigations తెచ్చుకుంటాం, all the rest do it free for us. And some of them, they can't do anything, obviously we have to spend everything.
Of course. And there might be children who are like affluent, parents who are of the child who are affluent, who obviously can afford the critical care. Naku on a completely different note, and Basatarakam Hospital, they are giving the vaccine, which is 625 rupees. For the people who can afford, they're charging 1,250 rupees. So, but basically, you're sponsoring for a person who cannot.
Another child. Exactly, Andy. Very
so
true.
Can you put something like that?
Something like that. Affluent people. Even
కాపాడుకున్నప్పుడు ఒక చైల్డ్ కాపాడుకోవడం ఎంత వాల్యుబుల్ వాళ్ళకి తెలుసు.
Yes.
And if they can afford, can you charge them more so
yes.
that
that money could be utilized for these children who are less afford.
Some kind of scheme or something like that.
Yes, exactly. LV Prasad Hospital lo kuda same scheme undandi.
Yes.
You can have, for example, a premium consultation. Normal ga 500 undankondi. Their consultation is like 1,500. The advantage you get is you get whomever the doctor you want at whatever time. That means you take an appointment, immediately on that dot you get that appointment. So you don't need to wait. But the advantage is that 1,000 rupees is used for the children who can't afford. Beautiful idea, sir. తప్పనిసరిగా చేద్దామండి.
So, that is one thing. And then we are looking at raising this minimum of 1 crore per month for the next 3 months to looking at saving 200 children, which is a lot.
Big number.
And if we put our efforts together, I'm talking to all the people who are watching, and probably next social media lo inka post chesinappudu inka chudipoye janalki andarki I'm making this request. If we put our efforts together, we can save lives of those many children. Ravi Tangaral garu for coming forward graciously to help this cause, and thank you Satish garu being at the forefront and leading this movement.
Thanks. And Meeru to agree to come forward and talk, because such a big man like you lending your support to this cause is itself a big thing, Andy, because you are an inspiration to so many. It's heartwarming to have somebody like you talk with so much of passion about something like this. And because I know, sir, you can move a lot of people, and you've already made a lot of difference, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Andy. Hopefully it all happens. మీరు చెప్పిన దాంట్లో నాకు ఒకే ఒక నచ్చలేదండి. మీకు నల్ల జట్టు నల్ల మీసం ఉంది, నాకు తెల్ల జుట్టు తెల్లగడ్డ ఉందని చెప్పి నన్ను పెద్ద మనిషి బాగాలేదు. Other than that, everything happens in a positive note. And మనం ఈ ఈ ఈ 200 మంది హోప్ఫుల్లీ ఇంకా 360 మంది పిల్లల్ని సేవ్ చేయడానికి మనం మన ఎఫర్ట్స్ అన్ని పెడుతున్నాం, అండ్ వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు డూ ఇట్.